evening, everyone. How are you? Hey, Lena, how are you? So we will just wait a few seconds until like the notification reach more people so I can start with the question. This session I received almost 4 questions and one update about the caffeine solution by the ordinary and the usage for like the post-inflammatory erythema, the red marks after the acne is healed. So yeah, we will talk about those, and we will talk also about the like discussion about cosmetics. Some people are recently noticing that other people are claiming that cosmetics are useless, they don't work in most cases. We will discuss that and discuss some active ingredients in cleansers. Also, we will talk about the long period use of exfoliants. Is it safe? What we can we expect? And the lastly about sunscreen, like how the UV filters in sunscreen can sit on the skin. Are they like on the skin, between cells or whatever? And yeah, we will discuss this. I will wait until the mark of 2 minutes, then I will start with the discussion. Oh, hey Bidur, how are you? I will wait another 15 seconds, then we can start with the question. And as always, guys, if you have any kind of a question, please don't forget to leave it in the comments. Hey Susu, how are you? Leave it in the comments and I will answer it after answering those questions I received in the Instagram DMs. So yeah, that's totally the protocol of those live session. Hey Sam, how are you? Uh, yeah, I think we can start now. So the first question is about, I had a discussion earlier this in the few days with a few people saying that cosmetics are kind of a scam, they don't work. To be honest, I don't agree with that at all. I've seen a lot of people deal with skin conditions that are considered mild or a very like mild to moderate cases of skin issues like acne, eczema with a cosmetic and skincare product, and they can be effective. A lot of people reach out to me in DMs asking me about this kind of situation of mild eczema, mild acne, and they've seen a lot of results. For example, if you use salicylic acid cleanser or tea tree oil cleanser, and people can see very good result from those kind of ingredients and product because they work. Like cosmetic has a place have a place in the skincare world because not all people are able to go to a dermatologist, are not able to access dermatologist or afford a dermatologist to get a prescription drug, or the OTC drug can be sometimes expensive for some people. So cosmetic can fill this gap in the cases that are considered mild and not a severe case, for example, acne, eczema, and stuff like this. So I've seen, like I said before, I've worked in a pharmacy like for almost 1 to 2 years, community pharmacy, and I've seen a lot of people see very good result with cosmetic product like cleansers, moisturizers, creams, and they work fine for a lot of people. People controlled acne with those kind of products. Not all people need antibiotic, topical antibiotic. Not all people need oral antibiotic or oral retinoids like isotretinoin. Some people just need some kind of skincare that are simple with active that actually works, and that's it. Like people don't need to go to an extra length to deal with those kind of situation because like I said, not all people are able to reach dermatologists. Not all people are capable or can afford visiting a dermatologist. So sometimes skincare or cosmetics can be very, very helpful. And when it comes to, for example, is it a cosmetic? Is it a drug? I had a discussion also this past few days with a person saying that I told them like, okay, like salicylic acid cleanser can treat acne, and a lot of people saw the result and controlled the acne with this kind of product. And he told me salicylic acid is considered a drug. That's correct, but you can see also salicylic acid in, let's say, cosmetics, because regulation is a very, very tricky field of the skincare world, because it's very manipulative on words, how to present the product. How I made a post about it. I think I made a video on Instagram. You can check it out. And I tell you how the process of differentiating between a drug and a cosmetic happen. It's very, very tedious and complicated protocol to define if it's a cosmetic or a drug, because the company has the main role. So if a company want to present their product as to treat acne and say it like this as a claim, this is a drug claim, so they must have actives that are considered a drug and proven to treat acne. But this will push the company to go through a very tedious regulation and test to be able to put that product in the market, because it will be considered a drug, not a cosmetic. But the company can be smart. They can say help with acne and put salicylic acid in it and push it immediately to the market because it's a cosmetic product, and salicylic acid can be used in OTC and cosmetics. So it's a very tricky situation how the you can define if it's a cosmetic or a drug. So it's very complicated. I will make a post on it. It's a very famous case here, happened in Europe between supplement and a drug, and it went to the court of the European Commission, and it was a mess. But it will show you how these things are super complicated. There is a lot of expert. There is a lot of uh, push and pull between companies and the court to settle this specific product, if it's supplement or actually a drug. So it's a very complicated, but cosmetic actually works. Cosmetic can fill a gap that the OTC or the prescription drug cannot, and can help people maintain their skin in a better way. So for the second question I have is the delivery system of exfoliant and cleanser. So hey Basim, how are you? So the thing is with delivery system in cleanser. So in a cleanser, mostly there isn't a delivery system, let's say in that sense. But for example, let's say you want to deliver BHA, or I don't call it BHA, but let's call it BHA, salicylic acid. Um, Salicylic acid is an oil soluble, so it will be added to the cleanser in a specific concentration. And after you cleanse your face for 1 minute to 30 seconds to 1 minute, because it's oil soluble, it will go into the oil points of your skin, let's say that, or oil concentration of your skin, and that would be your pores and your hair follicles. So in this way, the daily use and chronic use of salicylic acid cleanser will accumulate enough salicylic acid to give a therapeutic effect after a certain period of time. So salicylic acid in cleanser actually work. It does not need, let's say, a delivery system. But for example, let's say an AHAs or something that is water soluble. Can be more tricky, because water soluble, as you know from the name, water soluble can dissolve in water. So you will not see that a big of a result, but formulation matter here, because for example, we can do encapsulation of the active that we want, the exfoliating agent, for example glycolic acid, lactic acid, or whatever, and put it in a capsule that are positively charged. For example, this positively charged particle can interact with the skin and the hair and the follicles, because the skin and hair are usually negatively charged. So this kind of static electricity interaction between a positive charge and a negative charge can help those encapsulation to stay on the skin, and can hold into the skin enough after even rinse and drying your skin. After that, with the change of pH and other factors, this capsules can be open up and the release of the exfoliating agent. So cleansing can deliver something to your skin that can actually work, but it depends on the formulation, because like I said, formulation matters a lot. Ingredient list won't give you a lot of information, like 2 or 3% in my opinion, about the whole formula, what's in it or what's not. So please, please, please focus on this idea that formulation can change the product from day to night. Encapsulation can make a water soluble ingredient in cleanser work, and that's what matters. That's why sometimes I say I don't recommend the product, because you have to try the product to see if there is a result. Skincare is about a unique experience between you and the product, and to see if it works. It's a trial and error field of experience, let's say, because I tried a product, it didn't work for me, but it's the holy grail for another person, and that's totally fine. That's what makes skincare fun. It's unique. It's very specialized to each specific person. And the third question is, what is the longest period we can use exfoliating agent? Exfoliating agent, if used in a way that is correct and gentle and organized, let's say, it can be used for a long term, and it can give you a very good result in fighting the sign of aging of the skin and the issues with the skin, like texture, lack of radiance, ununified skin tone. So you have to know your skin. Like, listen to your skin. When people say you can use exfoliant once a time or once a week or twice a week, take this tip with a grain of salt, because everyone's skin is different. Like I said, skincare is very unique. Skincare is experience between you and the product. So uh, let's say I use exfoliant 3 times a week. If I give you this advice and you tried it and you have a sensitive skin, you can literally destroy your skin barrier, and that's not a good idea, because no one wants a destroyed skin barrier. Listen to your own skin, start slow and build your way up if you notice that your skin can handle it. For example, for me, this is my personal experience, not as a professional advice. Um, I can use exfoliant every day. My skin is used to it. My skin can handle it, and sometimes my skin needs it, to be honest, because I have a combination skin. I have clogged pore, congested skin most of the time. I have sometimes discoloration and texture issue. So if I don't use exfoliant daily, I will have an issue. For example, also I use tretinoin mostly day on, day off. I can use it every day, but I will not get a better result just a day on, day off. And I use more than a pea size, for example. I don't put Vaseline around my eyes, and don't put, let's say, protective cream or occlusive around my lips or nose. I don't suffer from those side effects because my skin is like this. But for some other people, if you put the smallest amount without protecting your lips, nose, and eyes, you will have a very painful reaction to tretinoin. So that's the issue. It's a unique situation, and that's what I want to say about exfoliating. So if you are comfortable with once a week, go for it. If you are comfortable with 2 times a week, go for it. 3 times a week, go for it. Every day, also go for it. You have to listen to your own skin. Those kind of advice, general advice, I really don't recommend them, because people have such a unique skin types that it's amazing, because as unique as you, the way that you look, your skin is unique the same way, because some people will react very badly with for example, the peeling solution from The Ordinary, the red mask. I can put it on for more than an hour, and I don't feel anything other than like my skin will get very glowy. That's it. And I don't feel tingling. I can use high concentration of vitamin C and I don't feel any tingling or whatever. That's the type of my skin. I don't see redness. I don't see whatever skin barrier issues. Sometimes I have eczema that's not related to product I use, more related to lifestyle or stress or whatever. So that's my advice for you. You can use it for a long term as long as you listen to your skin and see that there is no side effects. For the fourth, it's not a question, so it's an update about the caffeine solution by the ordinary. I got a positive feedback from Janin. I hope Janin is watching. Hey Janin, she told me that she used my tip, which in shorts mean you can use the caffeine solution by the ordinary with the EGCG 5% to treat or control the post-inflammatory erythema, or PI, let's call it, the red marks after you have your acne healed. This kind of marks are more common in the skin of lighter skin tones. And she told me in the question sticker that she wants to thank me and that the tip actually worked. I'm so happy for this. I feel over my feet with happiness when I hear people use the tip that I give and saw a result. And there's another person also trying. I'm waiting for his feedback about this. Maybe it's something that can work for people. I suffer from PAI, like you see here. I have an stress acne, so it's leave a red mark. And I tried the caffeine solution and it works wonder. It calms it. It's full of anti-inflammatory ingredients. I made a video, so if you are watching now after the live, you can check the caffeine solution video here on YouTube. I did a full analysis, so whenever I try a product, I tried it for 30 days to give it the time to work. I analyze everything related to the active ingredients and if there is data behind it. Then I analyze also the real life performance. Okay, so the ingredients are great. Does this translate to a good product when it comes to application? How is feel cosmetically, if it's elegant or not? And I go through all of those and I give it a score out of 5 points for the ingredients part and the real performance part, and then you can decide if you want to try this product or not. The last question is, so sunscreen, when you apply it on the skin, does the UV filter um, dispersed on the skin or on the skin? I really didn't understand the question really, but let me explain how sunscreen works. Most of sunscreen has ingredients or a group of ingredients that is called film forming ingredients. This film forming ingredients, from the name, you can understand that they create a film. And most UV filter, those are, let's call them organic, chemical, or whatever. Those are oil soluble. So mostly they are uh, oil soluble, so they don't dissolve in water. That's the issue with the. Let me check. I think my phone needs some charging. Okay, it's charging. Um, as I was saying, that the oil soluble ingredients, UV filters, don't have to be dissolved into the formula completely to work. So this film forming agent create a layer on the skin, and this layer has a very small thickness. I don't know what the thickness is because it depends on the formulation. There is no rule for it. And the in this area of layer on the skin, the UV filter will be dispersed in that area, in that film, all over your skin. And this way we can assure the whole sunscreen is homogeneous, which means that this layer on the skin will contain the same amount of UV filter in each point of the skin. So it will be providing the the protection factor all over your skin. Uh, Thank you, Amar. Thank you for this very nice words. Yeah, I was saying that this way the UV filter are dispersed or sometimes dissolved in this layer. This will give, like I said, more homogeneous way to spread all the UV filter all over the skin, providing a lot of protection. And in this way, I don't know if I answered your question correctly, but the UV filter most of the time stay on the top of the skin, or maybe between the stratum corneum, the first two layers of skin cells, and that's it. Some type of sunscreen, I forgot the name, they can go deeper to be more water resistant, not to provide more protection, but just to last longer in a sense. So sunscreen can stay on the surface of the skin, can go deeper into the stratum corneum, 2 3 layers depending on formulation, but most of the time when we say about the tip that you have to use the sunscreen every 2 hours or reapply it every 2 hours, because your skin surface is not as smooth as you see it like on mirrors with your naked eye, because under the microscope your skin actually is like mountains and valleys, and when you apply the correct amount of sunscreen you make sure that your valleys are covered, your hills also are covered, and everything in between also is covered. And when we tell you that you have to reapply it every 2 hours, we assure that you might miss some spots, because like I said, your skin under the microscope are not as smooth as you see it with the naked eye. You with the reapplying every 2 hours, you make sure that if you miss a spot or if you had inadequate application of sunscreen, the reapplication will help deal with this issue. So that is how sunscreen works. The film forming agent help to make sure that the sunscreen filters are spread in an even way all over your skin to provide you with the best protection possible. So guys, those are the questions. So if you have any question, please leave it in the comments. I will wait for 2 minutes. If not, I will end the live in a few minutes. So please let me know. I will take my tea break. So if you have anything related to skincare or not, let me know in the comments. And I will try to find the way how to turn the comments on. Okay. Let me check. Okay. Okay, so while I'm waiting for any question for the next 2 minutes, the next video will be up hopefully next week. It will be about the Argireline and the Matrixyl by The Ordinary. I took every picture. Like I said, I was surprised by the result. You will see the video very soon. I will try to make it less than 10 minutes, and I will explain everything the usual most style, like active ingredients analysis and real life performance, of course with before and after pictures on day 0, day 10, day 20, and after 30 days of use once a day. So we will discuss this. We will discuss also the controversy about the oh, thank you, Lena. Welcome, welcome, anytime. We will discuss also the controversy about peptide in skincare. Like, do they actually work? Do they actually penetrate the skin deep enough to actually work? And we will mention a little bit about those studies of penetration. And we will see. Like, I was surprised because I know peptides, and I mentioned that here on YouTube, on Instagram, that they don't actually penetrate the skin that deep to actually work. But I've seen some kind of result. I don't know how. Maybe I'm missing something. But we will see. We will discuss this for sure. So, okay, guys, there is no question. It was so nice to talk to you, and the questions were amazing, as usual. And I see you in the next week. So please don't forget to be safe, get vaccinated, and don't forget to wear your mask when you can. And again, stay safe and see you next week. Bye. Have a nice day.